Okay, last class we have seen the list comprehensive. So list is just a one data type. Okay, so that data type, list data type, what and all the inbuilt functions it will come. So all those things we are just checking it. For example, if you see in the list in the C programming, if you see the linked list, all those things, if you have studied about the linked list and all those things, there we will use to how to parse that list, how to fetch that list values, how to insert, how to append, everything we were studying, right? So there what we were doing, we were using the pointers. So by using the star, we using the pointers and we are doing the linked list and all those things. So the same concept. So in the Python, this is the list, how we are doing. So that how to parse that list, everything we are going to see this. So after this list, there is a one more, three more important data types are there. So that is one is the tuples and one is sets and a dictionary. So max to max, we will play with this when we are developing the applications. We use most of only these variables. So more than integers, strings, and float, all those things are the very basic one. So whatever the value we assign it, it will just store that value, and that variable will become a that type of variable. If I store integer value, it will become an integer type of data type. So when we are creating the variables in the same way, so these are all the one type of data type for the list and tuples and sets and dictionary. So these are all important actually because we use uh, most of the time we use in the Python. So that's why if we know all these concepts, so it will be very easy to develop it. Otherwise, we even whatever we are doing these shortcuts, right? So if we don't know this, so we, as usual, we use some 3 to 4 lines code. So if we use know this concept, so we can do it in just a single line. At least if you forget the syntax also, at least we can search and we can do it in a single line. Okay, so that's why we are going everything. So list comprehensive is ready, we just check. So it will create a list. So just by checking the condition, by parsing the loop and by passing in the for loop and just checking the if condition, whether that if condition is false, then that object will be added to the list. So that new list will be created. Okay, so whatever we wrote for 4 to 5 lines, that same code we can do it in a single line also in the list. So when we are filtering, we max to max we use this kind of thing. So that time by using just one line we can solve that. So next we'll see the sorting of the list. So sorting means we will sort the any data like a alphabetical order or ascending order, descending order, so like that. So that is the concept of sorting. So in the list, how we can able to sort the value. So for example, we have a list. So in this list, if it is a string, we can only sort it as an alphabetical order. So just there is a one sort method is there. So in the list, so let's execute our code and we'll see the what we get out. So if every day you practice that whatever I am explaining in your PyCharm IDE, so you will not forget that concepts easily. Okay, these are all just a repeated concepts which you studied in previous programming language. It's just a slightly differences. Also syntax also it will be slightly changes and it is very easy to adjust. Okay, so this is the list. So just we'll try with the doing the sort. This list dot if you type s4 we are getting the sort method. So without passing anything, I just call the method sort. So after that sort, I just print this list. So let's see what will happen. So I'm just executing the code. So now you can able to see it is already in the order, but only orange is not in after C, orange will not come. So K will come. So that's why kiwi came after the cherry. So after that mango, because M and M is both are the same. So but after M, A will start. So that's why mango will come. After that melon will come. So after that the last orange. So because O is the last, if we compare to all these things. So in the alphabetical order, it has been the value we can able to sort it just by calling this SORT sort method. Even in other programming language also we were doing the sorting. There is already inbuilt methods also will be there in if you use any frameworks in any other programming language like a Java, C Sharp, whatever. So there also there is a sorting method will be there. So even from the scratch also we can develop, even in Python also we can, how we can do. So there is a sorting algorithms will be there. So by using that sorting algorithms, we can sort that code. So that same sorting methodology has been already developed by Python library inside the Python library. So that's why we are just using the sort method. So it will sort it and it will give the result. So if we want something different, so then we can customize it, and however we want, we can do that. So then we'll see the sorting of the number also. So as just we check for the alphabet, so we'll see the value for the. Okay, just execute this integer values. So this has been sorted from small value to highest value. Also there is ascending and descending everything will be there. So we'll check one by one. So when we want to make it an ascending, so we just need to pass the value in that method as a reverse is equal to true. So just by passing reverse is equal to true to the sort method, so we'll see the result. So it is starting in a reverse order. So means the first is the highest value, from the highest to lowest it is sorted. If it is false, as usual, from lowest to highest. So we are getting from lowest to highest. So customizing the sort function. So you can customize your own function by using the keyword argument. Okay. So for example, if you want to sort, if you want to customize this sort method, like for example, so here what they are doing, just whatever the value will be called this my function. So here for every value, it will just subtract the -50 on -50 and it will return the value. So just we'll try this. So this is a method. It is defined like this. So to define the method, the syntax is we need to use the def keyword, then the method name. So then the open bracket, close bracket, we can use the parameter name. If we are passing any parameter, we should mention the parameter name. So whatever the value will call for this my function, so it will just subtract with the 50 value and it will return. So with the absolute value. If you use ABS, it will give the absolute value. So let's debug this. What will happen? So first list has been created. So when this method is called, so I just put the debugger here because if how many times my function will call also we can come to know. So I just run this continue. So then first time it is called with the 100 value. N is the 100 value. So then second time it is called with the 50, with the 65, 82, 23. So like that for all these values, the my function has been called. So inside this function, we can modify the value and we can return this. So whatever the return value will go, so that value will be sort. So let's see the output. So it has been subtracted the value one by one by one. So then it is printing that. So come 23 minus 10. So we'll see what is the exact value. Just to check the value, I am just created one variable value and I am storing that this value to here. After that, I am just returning. So we'll check the debug. So first it's created the list with the 100, 50, 65, 82, 30, 23. So then it called the my function. So the value is 50. So 100 minus 50 is the 50. So it is returned the 50 value. So then in the list, so second value is the 0. Okay, finally it is sorted with the 50, 65, 23, 82 and 100. So as it is an absolute value, so it is not giving the minus values. So it's just giving the whole number. So 100 minus 50, 50. Now it comes 65. So second value. Okay, so that is the very close number for the 50. So we just check it. So this is the absolute value only. So how it is sorting in? So whatever the value we are passing. So for example, if we pass the, if we are subtracting the 50, so it is sorting only 50 nearby value. So for example, 50 is the first nearby value for the 50. So next 65, then 23, 82 and 100. So it come 23. So you can also customize your own function by using the function. Okay. So I will just to check. I will use one more list. Test list. From this test list, dot I will append the value and I will see and I will compare with the test list and this. What is the final value we get? We'll see. Okay, so there is a two list. So one is the test list and one is the this list. Then it call the my function. So then first value is appended to the test list. So test list 3 value is inserted. Okay, we'll print the test list. Okay, so this is the subtracted value of the list. 50, 0, 15, and 32, and 27. Okay, so in this, if we want to sort it from lowest value, so then 0, 15, 27, 32, and 50. So, but in the 0 position, it should be 65. So, 0, 15, 32, 27, and then T. Okay, this one I am also getting confused. So, how it is sorting. So, I will update this tomorrow. This is sorting. So, with some our preferred by however we pass the key and function. So, for this function is the method. So, whatever the method we define, so whatever the value we are passing, so it will we can do the any calculation and we can return that value. So, but how it is sorting, so I am also getting confused. In the next class, I will tell you.
Okay.
Okay, case sensitive sort. So by default, the sort method is a case sensitive. So this is already we have tested. So from alphabetically, it will sort it. So, but as there is a capital letter, so which one is we will prefer, we'll see that. I just gave one small letter, big letter also. So this one I will start it. I'm just printing that list. So we'll execute it. So first it will sorting the alphabetical order, capital letters it will sort first. So after that it will sort the small letter. So that's why it is a case sensitive sort. So first it will sort all the capital letters. So that's why Apple is printing. So after that capital letter G is there. So that's why G Guru is printing. So after that Gagan and Harsha is printing, which is having a small letter. So after G, H will come. Okay. So if we do like this, so it will do the case insensitive. So by using making as a lawyer. So if we pass the key is equal to string dot lawyer. So str is the string type. In that dot lawyer is the keyword inside that string. So let's try it. Okay. So now it is not checking the case sensitive. So whether it may be capital or a small letter. So it is sorting in the order wise. So for example, first is A, after that G, after G, then again G, after that G, then H. So when we want to make a in case sensitive order, so we have to use the key is equal to string dot lawyer, str dot lawyer. So when we want to make reverse the order, so there is a method called a reverse. So to reverse the order, just we can call the method reverse. So then it will print from the back side. So we start printing from here in Gagan, Guru, Apple, and Harsha. So from here it is started, it's printing till the beginning. So in the reverse manner, it will print. So in any other programming language, if you want to print in reverse, so we need to parse it, and from last index value, we will keep printing the value until that first index we get. But in Python, we just use the reverse key, reverse method. Okay, next we'll see the copy a list. So what happens when we do the copy method? So when we do the copy method, it will copy the list value to the another list. So there is a copy method. Also there is a list method. So list method means how we were using when we are doing the typecasting by using str and int, all those things. So in the same way, if you want to make that as a list, so we can use the list keyword. So then my list will become the list. So we can execute that. So first we'll try the copy method. So this list dot I will store to some variable. So we'll print the both the list. This list and list well. So it just copied that this list to the this one more variable list val. So I just printed both the values. So let's try with the list method also. So list type cat list of this list. So then it is printed this list and list val. So it just values as copied to this variable. When we are copying any list, if it is just a 3 value, if it is a 1000 value also, so we can't take that 1000 value and we need to instead of reassigning. So we just use the list keyword, or else we can use the dot copy. So whatever that variable is there, dot copy of next one more variable. So then we can have a copy of that list. So then we can change any, we can do the changes in the original list, and we can keep one backup kind of thing. So depend upon the application, we can use it. So next, join the list. Join the two list. So as there is a arithmetic operator, so if we give the plus, so how it will happen? So what will happen? We'll see that. So first we'll check with the join the two list with the plus operator. So I will create one more number list. So then we'll join the final list. Final list is equal to this list plus number list. Then we'll print the final list. So number list as it's a number, so we'll check. So it is just added inside the. So the final list will be do the joining of this first list and second list. So within the single bracket and one close bracket, so we have all the values from the first list and second list. So first 4 values are a string, so next values are a integer value. So like that, just by using the plus operator, we can join the two lists. And also we can do the append. So append means, so this is a one more method. So means we just loop the number list. So if you want to join into this list, we can loop the number list. So when we want to make a loop, first we need to define one variable, the number list. So then colon. So then we will append to this list dot append of D. So then print this list. So now if you print this list, so it is appended all the integer values from the new list. So like this also we can join the two list. So one method is the plus operator, and one more method is the join. One more method is the looping the list and appending the value. Also there is an extend method. So just by calling the extend from one list, so then we should pass the second list value in the bracket as a parameter. So then the list one will be join with all these two values. So we'll try that. So this list dot extend end of number list. So then in this list we got the joined of all these two lists. So like this, by using these types of concepts, we can join the two lists. So almost these are the methods we have tested: append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert. So all these methods we have tested in the previous class. We can just exercise with all these methods, how it will execute and how the result will come. So this is the concept of list in the Python. So then next we'll see the tuples. So in the starting class, we have just seen how the tuple values will be there and how it will be mentioned, everything we have seen that. So now we have to see how to access the tuples, update the tuples, unpack the tuples, loop the tuples, join the tuples. So these are all the operations we have to see in the tuple. So tuples is the set of values. So it is mentioned with the normal brackets. So but list will be given in the square brackets. In the square brackets, we mention the value. So with the comma separated. So but in the tuple, we mention with the bracket, with the normal bracket with the comma separated values. So tuple is also a collection, so which is ordered and unchangeable. So tuples are written with round bracket. So this is the round bracket. So this is also collections means this is also one type of data type. So like in any other programming language, how we use the list, array list. So in the same way, we will be having the vector and math, so all those things. So like that we have in the Python, so list, tuples and sets and dictionaries. So this is the representation of tuple. So just we'll print and we'll see. Okay, so when we creating the tuple, also it will be in the round bracket. So then we are just printing the tuple. So first we'll debug it. So then we can see this variable name and type also. So here we can able to see. So the type is the tuple and the value or three values. The length of this is 3. So the length also it's mentioned as a 3 and values are 0, 1, 2 index numbers. So when we say tuples are ordered, so it means that item have a defined order and that will not change it. So for example, so it is already in this order. So if we want to make the list, how we do this with ascending order, so this will not. You are not able to check any sort or order method. So just by forcefully. Okay, this add method will be finished. So likewise in the list, we are not able to change any order of it. So even we can't able to sort the tuple. So it is already fixed with that range. So also we can do the duplicate entries in the tuple. Okay, unchangeable. Tuples are unchangeable, meaning that we cannot change. Add or remove the items from the tuple has been created. So just will check that. Now I'm just checking for the duplicate. So same value I am just storing here. So there is no any duplication problem for this for the tuple. So now